So I haven't seen a meta-defining PvP build so far this season posted, and if you put all the strand hype aside, Void subclass has actually got 2 new fragments, one of which is actually insane for PvP. And thanks to the new mod system, we finally have a very easy way to spawn orbs of power in PvP on kills, which plays especially well into the hunter gameplay loop specifically. So I've managed to combine these elements together to create the ultimate Void PvP hunter build for this season. It has 2 ways to get Overshield. Yes, Overshield on a hunter. Devour, so you can constantly heal yourself fully after each engagement. 2 ways to go invisible. And True Sight, so you can see enemies through walls. It's extremely important you pay attention to the entire Void 3.0 build, the specific armor mods I use, and even the weapons I recommend, as every little thing synergizes to create this ridiculous build. Dim link for the build will be in my Discord, link for which will be in the comments or description below. So the start of the gameplay loop is to use our dodge ability, go invisible thanks to Vanishing Step, our first aspect, and then thanks to our exotic chess piece, Falcons, we gain volatile rounds when we come out of invisibility. Now once we have shot the enemy and made them debuffed with volatile, which does work in PvP, we have access to a whole suite of abilities from that point. Repulsor Brace is a perk which is found on Void weapons, which upon killing a debuffed enemy, gives you an instant Void Overshield. We can use our Aspect Stylish Executioner, whereby killing a debuffed enemy grants us invisibility again, and also grants us True Sight, giving us vital positional information about our enemy ready for our next kill. Then we have the mod Reaper. Now when we use our class ability, in this case the Hunter Dodge, the subsequent kill after this will generate an Orb of Power, which opens up the class for Devour, thanks to our fragment Echo of Starvation. Now Devour grants you instant health regeneration on kills fully, and also gives back a chunk of your grenade energy as well. So from a very simple dodge and then kill, we gain invisibility, overshield on kill, invisibility again now with wall hacks, and Devour health regeneration. It's utterly bonkers, and it sets you up for those 1v2 and 1v3 scenarios very well. Now I know some of you guys are going to say that Repulsor Brace is only found on C tier weapons, but honestly I beg to differ. The meta 140 Trials hand cannon, the Exalted Truth, rolls with Repulsor Brace. The 900 RPM SMG, the Iron Banner Hero's Burden comes with Repulsor Brace as well. And then the Fusion Rifle Epicurean also rolls with Repulsor Brace. All 3 of those weapons are top tier PvP weapons that I found worked extremely well with this build, and that's 3 quite differing playstyles that those weapons cater to. And if say you're not invisible and you kill the enemy outside of the window of volatile rounds, don't worry, you still have a way of getting an overshield thanks to our new Void 3.0 build, which I'll now go over. So we're using Marksman's Dodge because it has a shorter cooldown than Gambler's Dodge, and it's important we have minimal downtime for our key gameplay loop initiating ability. Then Strafe Jump, Snare Bomb, and then I'm using Spike Grenade, which is personal preference. Our aspects, as we said, are Vanishing Step and Stylish Executioner, and then we're using the new fragment Echo Vigilance, which gives you a 45 HP overshield when you're critical health and kill an enemy. I thought this was going to be situational, especially with Repulsor Brace, but honestly there were so many scenarios where you proc this and you don't proc Repulsor Brace, and it's a lifesaver for those 1v2 scenarios. We then have Echo of Starvation, which lets us get Devour activated on each kill, allowing you to go on streaks. Echo of Persistence, so both your invisibility and Void Overshield lasts longer. Then for the final fragment you have a little bit more freedom. I chose Echo of Leeching so that melee kills trigger health regeneration. But you could use something like Echo of Dilation instead for the stat boosts and faster crouch speed. I tried Echo of Cessation, which spawns Void Breaches in PvP, which can also give you Devour, but in all honesty these felt like a little bit of overkill as they spawn right next to the Orb of Power I generated from my Reaper kill, so I was getting Devour from that anyways. For my super, I'm running Mobius Quiver just because in 6v6 game modes it has a little bit more offensive potential, but for something like Trials where you want as minimal super cooldown as possible, Deadfall will be better. In terms of stat distribution, the number one priority here is 100 mobility so that you can minimize your dodge cooldown, which starts the entire gameplay loop. Then recovery is the next most important stat. Even though we have Devour, there will be times it runs out or you can't engage with it, so being able to regenerate your health as quickly as possible will be very important. Sadly, my armor rolls aren't the best, and the build means you have minus 20 recovery, so don't stress if you can't hit 100 recovery. Then I would aim for 3 or 4 resilience so you're not too squishy against certain weapon archetypes. Then go for discipline, intellect, and strength in that order. In terms of armor mods, the key is Reaper on your cloak, and then I run 1 stack of utility kickstart, so the armor charge we receive gives our dodge back even faster, and finally I run 1 stack of bomber to finish the cloak energy off. For my boots, I run double insulation to get back even more class ability per orb of power. Remember, devour gives your health back with an orb, so you don't need health regen mods. And then 1 stacks on stacks, so 1 orb of power gives me 2 armor charges. For the chest piece, I run 2 unflinching void aim mods and 1 unflinching kinetic aim mod, and then on my helmet and gloves I run the relevant dexterity and targeting mods. Remember, for your artifact mods, make sure you have authorized mods void, as that reduces the energy requirement for a lot of these mods. And also volatile flow, as this season you can also get a longer duration buff of volatile rounds than from Geofalcons by picking up an orb of power. So there you have it guys, my Void Hunter build that will dominate this season if paired with the right weapons, constant overshields, constant healing, and even wall hacks with a 1v2 or 1v3 scenario. It's going to be an absolute menace. If you enjoyed what I talked about today, remember to drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more upcoming build videos, both PvP and PvE. I'm Mr. Ronnet, and that's it for today. Peace out, guys.